you're alone, if you have no community, then you will not end up well, I think. So no financial advice. The guards did ask you for altcoin picks. Actually, I did have a couple of guards recognize me and then ask me like, what coin should I buy? I'm like, I better not pick the wrong coin. No, I told them, look, I'm inside. I don't have any access to information, right? So there's no internet. All my information is through like some limited length messages my friends and family send me, and we don't talk about crypto. So I did get a few guys ask. I did get a few guards ask me that. I did make a couple of friends who I still keep in touch with. But no, everywhere you go, so to be honest, I think they're very nice people in prison. So people are very chill. I think, to be honest, I think a decent portion of them has no reason to be there, right? So they were in there for the wrong reasons. They're super nice guys. They may have stepped in some area here and there, but some of them are for very minor violations, and they're there for a very long time. Many of them are there for like 8-10 years for very minor offenses. So some of them, for the ones that are supposed to be there, many of them are there for way too long. But no, in prison they're very nice people. I didn't have any trouble from any of the inmates. Okay, I'll try not to give any financial advice, but and also history doesn't predict the future, but I cannot predict the future. I can analyze the history. Historically, Bitcoin went through very clear 4-year cycles. So 2013 was like a bull year. 2017 was a bull year. So actually, 2012 was a recovery year. I think most people don't look back that far. And then 2013 was a bull year. 2016 was a recovery year. 2014, 2015 were tough. 2016 was a recovery year. And then 2017 went all the way over. And then 2020 was a recovery year, and then 2021 was a bull year. This year, now we're kind of back to the previous all-time highs. So like 2024 is a recovery year based on the current analysis, or based on the current prices. Next year, I don't know what's going to happen, but overall, though, long term for the industry, I think there's so much more that has to be built, that needs to be built, and that will be built. So I think the industry will get bigger. More and more people will use crypto. And when more people use crypto, the utility value will increase. So long term, I'm still very, very bullish. Short term, it's very hard to predict. It's very difficult to predict like that specifically, like which one's going to be the next one. Beginning of 2017, I probably could not have said ICOs is the next thing. But by June, the trend was clear. By July, we launched a platform. By December, we're the largest platform. So, I think depends on which projects explode in those niche or in those small sectors. I think all of those have have potential to grow. Right now, like I'm meeting a lot of founders. This morning, I met founders who are using AI with a very interesting integration with blockchain. Ideas I never thought about, right? So if any one of those projects take off, that sector will become big. So it's very hard to predict, but I'm just trying to support all the builders in the space and then see what happens.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel. through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto pull back. We had over $300 million liquidated. As I'm doing this video, we were moving up. But right now, crypto is very volatile. And we know why. We have options today. And I know I said in the video yesterday, today I meant tomorrow. But yes, guys, we have options today. And then we have stocks moving up after nearly $1 trillion was erased in one day. And we know that is all an algorithm. Nearly $1 trillion in a day. Yes, guys, you heard that correct. Remember, your life is an illusion, and TV is your reality. Now, make sure you watch the video I did last night. We had Florida State CFO says they're ready to invest more in crypto and has reached over $800 million in digital assets in their portfolio. And with legislation, regulation, we know the money is going to start flowing in because he knows all about the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher tells you. Now, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now down. We have the dollar down. Of course, that's going to help markets, but they're still high. We have volume in crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Tether with $2.5 billion in profit. And that's in 1 quarter. Now think about all the big corporations that are sitting on the stock market that went close to 10 years with no profit. And I went over this last night. These corporations that go years and years losing money, losing billions of dollars because they're moving towards the agenda. But you have Tether that received over $2 billion in 1 quarter, $7 billion over the year, and the year hasn't even finished yet. We still have a quarter to go. It's unbelievable. You have to know the central banks are behind Tether. Now we have Paxos launches new USD stablecoin with Singapore's DBS Bank. And again, we know Singapore is moving this digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $201 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. I told you eventually this Fed repo is going to go away because all these emergency measures are leaving with this new administration. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, it's time to cut this debt. Now we have the U.S. economy added 12,000 jobs in October. So what is the Fed going to do? Is it going to cut rates 25 basis points like it stated, or is it going to pause? We see inflation is not moving in the right direction, but we're also showing weakness in the labor market, which will give the Fed the reason to cut 25 basis points. But I wouldn't be surprised if they either pause in November or December. But when Fed Jerome is in the house, the election is over and we'll have that new president. And it looks like it's going to be Trump. And Trump has already stated he's going to be cutting this deficit and has Elon pumping them up. But when it comes to the average worker, that means layoffs. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, we have Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Right now, the Bitcoin Ethereum spot ETFs are up. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Crypto.com buys SEC-approved broker Watchdog Capital to expand its services. So you're looking at Crypto.com being able to offer crypto derivatives and now stocks, moving the legacy market into the digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Stripe's $1.1 billion acquisition of Bridge, and now we have Bridge buys Web3 wallet platform Triangle. Also, we have Web3 gaming firm Immutable has been issued a Wells notice by the SEC. And I want you to remember that Immutable X is based in Sydney, Australia. Like they don't have their own SEC. And this is how you know the movies continue. And lastly, we have CZ Speaks in Dubai. And don't forget, guys, CZ and the bank man started it all. Because with their fall, it allowed the big banks to take over. And when we had the banking collapse, who got blamed? Crypto. And it had nothing to do with it. It was all the Fed. And the rest of these small and medium-sized banks are about to fall. And crypto, again, is going to be the scapegoat. You can already see it in the papers written by the BIS, the warnings by the Treasury. But at the same time, we know Bitcoin and crypto, blockchain, these stable coins are going to be the savior for the central banks in this new economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.